Bilkul thumbs up. Nietzsche Part 1 complete 700 words main Lika Gaia high. Third person style, simple basic English, strong hook plus suspense, Bilkul HFY Sci-fi vibe Kusaf. Part 1, the discovery that changed everything. No one in the galaxy was looking for Earth. It was a small blue planet, spinning quietly around an average yellow star, far from the main trade routes. For thousands of cycles, alien explorers had passed near this region and ignored it. Too small. Too quiet. Too ordinary. But that changed on a single patrol mission. The exploration vessel Cartel 1 moved slowly through deep space, scanning forgotten systems. Its crew was old and experienced. They had seen dying stars, broken worlds, and ancient ruins of lost species. They did not expect surprises anymore. Then the sensors screamed. Commander Threx stood still as the data flooded the main screen. A planet. Oxygen-rich atmosphere. Liquid water. Stable gravity. Life. That alone was rare. But what truly shocked them were the scars. The planet's surface showed deep burn marks. Old radiation traces. Massive craters that did not come from nature. These were signs of war, planet-wide war. The kind that usually wiped a species out forever. Yet the planet was alive. Cities glowed on the night side. Billions of lights. Moving. Growing. This makes no sense, Threx said quietly. The science officer adjusted the scans. Commander, this species should have destroyed itself. Multiple times. The data told a brutal story. The planet's dominant species, humans, had split atoms, burned skies, poisoned oceans, and still survived. They had suffered plagues that killed millions. Wars that erased entire cities. Disasters that should have ended them. But every time, they rebuilt. Stronger cities replaced ruins. Faster machines replaced broken ones. Their technology climbed upward like a wounded beast that refused to lie down. The crew watched silent recordings pulled from deep space signals. Human history played out in fragments. Explosions. Sirens. Screams. Then something strange. After every fall, humans stood up again. They fight each other, one officer said. Constantly. Yes, the science officer replied. But notice this, they never stop. Commander Threx leaned closer to the display. His species believed survival was about balance and control. Humans lived without balance. They lived in chaos. And somehow, they thrived in it. More scans revealed something unsettling. Humans were not united. They argued, fought, and competed endlessly. Yet when faced with extinction-level threats, they adapted at terrifying speed. Weapons became tools. Tools became machines. Machines became ideas. This species evolves through suffering, Threx said. A silence filled the bridge. Then the sensors found something worse. Human nuclear weapons. Thousands of them. Still active. Still ready. The weapons were aimed at no one in particular. They existed as a message, written in steel and fire, do not corner us. The crew realized something important in that moment. Humans did not live in peace. They lived in preparation. Commander, the navigation officer said slowly, they have not reached interstellar travel yet. Threx nodded. No. But they are close. Too close. Most young species destroyed themselves before leaving their home world. Humans were different. They stood on the edge of the stars, scarred but unbroken, holding both olive branches and swords in their hands. The galaxy had rules about first contact. Weak species were guided. Dangerous ones were contained. But humans did not fit the rules. They were not peaceful enough to ignore. Not aggressive enough to destroy preemptively. Not weak enough to control. They were unpredictable. The ship moved farther back, cloaking itself. Commander Threx made his decision. "We observe," he said. "No contact. No signals." The crew agreed. This was not a species to rush. As the ship pulled away, Earth rotated peacefully below. Clouds drifted. Oceans shimmered. Somewhere on the surface, humans laughed, fought, loved, and dreamed, completely unaware that the galaxy had just noticed them. And far beyond their sky, an alien commander recorded a single line in the official report. "This world should be dead. It is not. That makes it dangerous." The discovery had been made. And nothing in the galaxy would ever be the same again. The alien ship did not leave Earth's system. It watched. Hidden behind dark matter shadows, Cartal 1 stayed silent while its sensors drank in everything the planet revealed. Days passed. Then weeks. What the crew saw disturbed them more than war scars ever could. Humans were not resting. They were always building. Cities never slept. Machines worked through the night. Humans worked with them, tired, injured, angry, hopeful. Even after disasters, construction began before the dust settled. Commander Threx studied the feeds closely. A coastal city was hit by a massive storm. Water swallowed streets. Thousands lost homes. By alien logic, this would break a civilization's spirit. Instead, humans responded with speed. Rescue teams rushed into danger without hesitation. Civilians helped strangers. Temporary shelters appeared in hours. Plans for rebuilding started the same day. "They recover too fast," the science officer said. "No proper mourning phase." Threx shook his head. "They mourn while moving forward." The more history they uncovered, the stranger it became. Humans lived short lives compared to most galactic species. Yet in that short time, they burned brighter. They did not wait for perfect conditions. They adapted. When food ran low, they changed farming. When enemies attacked, they changed tactics. When technology failed, they invented something new. Human progress was not smooth. It was violent. Messy. Painful. But unstoppable. One recording showed a world war. Entire cities turned to ash. Millions died. The aliens expected collapse. Instead, humans rebuilt global systems. New alliances formed. Old enemies worked together, not out of love, but survival. "They cooperate when extinction is possible," an officer observed. "Yes," Threx replied. "Fear unites them." But fear did not make humans weak. It made them dangerous. As time passed, the crew noticed something else. Humans documented everything. Their failures. Their mistakes. Their worst moments. They studied their own destruction like a warning. Most species erased shame from history. Humans put it in museums. Why would a species remember its worst actions? The answer came from a human broadcast intercepted by the ship. A simple message spoken by a tired leader. "We remember, so we don't repeat it." Threx felt something unfamiliar stir inside him. Respect. But respect quickly turned into concern. The humans were reaching outward. Satellites filled orbit. Probes touched nearby planets. Telescopes searched the stars. Humans were asking the same question every young species eventually asked. Are we alone? The Galaxy Council needed answers. Threx sent a secure report. It took long hours to explain something that made no sense. Humans are not stable, he said in his message. But instability is their strength. The council responded with doubt. They fight among themselves, one elder replied. They are divided. Yes, Threx answered. And yet, they endure. As if to prove his point, Earth faced another crisis. A global disease spread rapidly. Alien analysts predicted population collapse. Humans panicked. Then they adapted. Scientists worked day and night. Borders closed. New medicines were created in record time. Mistakes were made. People died. But humanity survived. Again. They lose millions and keep moving, an officer whispered. How? Threx watched humans clap for exhausted doctors. Light candles for the dead. Then return to work. They do not believe survival is guaranteed, he said. So they fight for it every day. That belief shaped everything humans touched. Their machines were rough but reliable. Their weapons brutal but effective. Their laws imperfect but evolving. Humans did not wait for ideal solutions. They chose solutions that worked now. The Galaxy Council grew uneasy. A species that learned through suffering could not be controlled easily. A species that prepared for worst-case scenarios would never be surprised. And worst of all, humans did not see themselves as special. They believed pain was normal. Loss was expected. Failure was temporary. That mindset scared the galaxy. As Cartel 1 drifted in silence, Threx recorded a final observation. This planet has been broken many times. Each time, it repairs itself stronger. Earth is not fragile. It is hardened. Below them, Earth continued its restless motion, storms forming, cities glowing, humans dreaming of stars they did not yet know were watching them. The planet refused to stay broken. And the galaxy was beginning to realize. That was the real danger. The Galaxy Council argued for many cycles. Some wanted to guide humanity. Some wanted to contain them. Others wanted to destroy Earth before it became a problem. In the end, they chose the safest option. Observation with minimal contact. A single unmanned probe would be sent. No weapons. No messages. Just a silent watcher near Earth's outer orbit. They believed humans would not notice. That was the mistake. The probe entered the system quietly, hidden behind advanced cloaking fields. To the galaxy's best minds, it was invisible. To human sensors, it was not. On Earth, deep space radar stations detected an object that did not belong. It moved against known physics. It did not reflect light normally. And it did not match any human technology. Alarms triggered across multiple nations. Within hours, human satellites adjusted their orbits. Telescopes locked on. Military networks shared data faster than ever before. Humans did not panic. They prepared. Alien observers aboard Cartel 1 watched in disbelief as Earth responded. Fighter jets scrambled, not toward the probe, but into defensive formations. Naval fleets moved to high alert. Ground-based missile systems powered up. At the same time, scientists went live on global networks. Data was shared openly. Civilian experts joined the analysis. They combine military force with open science, an alien officer said. No separation. Commander Threx felt a chill. They expect unknowns. Always. Human leaders spoke to their people calmly. No mention of aliens. Only one sentence repeated again and again. An unidentified object has entered our space. We are ready. Ready. Not afraid. Not hostile. Ready. The probe drifted closer. Then something shocking happened. Humans did not attack. Instead, Earth sent a signal. Simple. Mathematical. Peaceful. Prime numbers. Universal logic. The Galaxy Council froze. They are trying to communicate, one elder said. After preparing for war. Yes, Threx replied quietly. Because they prepare for both. The probe was never meant to reply. But human signals flooded it. They pushed its systems to the limit, mapping its structure through active scans. In less than 6 hours, humans understood more about alien technology than the Council expected in years. "They are dissecting it without touching it," an engineer gasped. That was when the Council realized their second mistake. Humans learn fast. Too fast. Worried, the Council ordered the probe to retreat. It tried. Human systems reacted instantly. Not with weapons. With tracking. Earth's networks followed the probe perfectly, adjusting frequencies, predicting movement, and locking onto its retreat path. "They let it go," one alien said. "But now they know it exists." "Yes," Threx answered. "And that means they will ask questions." Back on Earth, the mood shifted. The unknown had become real. Scientists argued. Militaries stayed alert. Civilians watched the skies. Conspiracy theories spread, but so did unity. For once, humanity looked outward together. The probe escaped the system, but the damage was done. Earth was no longer alone. In the Council chamber, fear replaced debate. A species that detected stealth tech. A species that prepared for war but chose peace first. A species that could analyze alien systems in hours. This was not supposed to happen. They were meant to be observed, an elder whispered. Not aware. Threx sent his final report. First contact failed. Humans are alert. They will not forget this. As Cartal 1 pulled farther back, Earth's sensors continued scanning the stars. Humans had tasted the unknown. And they liked it. Commander Threx watched the blue planet one last time and understood the truth the galaxy feared most. We did not find humanity. Humanity is about to find us. The Galaxy Council was afraid. Not of Earth's weapons. Not of human numbers. But of what humans were becoming. Since the failed probe, Earth had changed. Humans did not rush into space. They did not send threats. They did not cry for answers. They prepared quietly. Alien spies watched as humans upgraded defenses across their planet. New satellites appeared. Old systems were improved. Communication networks grew stronger. But something else stood out. Humans were building more than weapons. Hospitals expanded. Disaster shelters multiplied. Power grids were hardened. Food systems were reinforced. They prepare for war by protecting life, an alien strategist said in confusion. Yes, Commander Threx replied. That is their doctrine. The Council ordered a deeper study. Not just of human armies, but of human behavior. What they found disturbed them. Human soldiers were trained to fight, yes. But also to rescue. To protect civilians. To rebuild after battles. In one recorded conflict, human troops entered a ruined city. Instead of advancing immediately, they stopped to evacuate children and the injured. They lost time. They lost lives. But they did it anyway. Why? An elder demanded. Efficiency would demand speed. Threx answered softly, they do not measure victory the same way we do. Humans did not fight for conquest. They fought for home. That truth hit the Council harder than any weapon. A species that fights for glory can be predicted. A species that fights for survival can be contained. But a species that fights to protect? That species does not stop. The galaxy then studied human history again, but with new eyes. They saw builders rush into burning cities. Doctors working until they collapsed. Engineers repairing power while under fire. Humans did not wait for safety. They created it. The Council realized another terrifying detail. Humans expected loss. They trained for it. Planned for it. Accepted it. Where other species panicked at death, humans mourned, and moved forward. They accept pain as a price, one analyst said. Not a failure. That mindset made humans nearly unbreakable. The council debated extreme measures. Quarantine Earth. Block their expansion. Or eliminate them early. But every option carried risk. If attacked, humans would not surrender. If contained, humans would adapt. If ignored, humans would grow. Then came the final report. Human scientists had begun experimenting with faster-than-light theories. Crude. Inefficient. But real. They are reaching for the stars already, an elder said in horror. Threx nodded. And when they arrive, they will not come as beggars. The council faced a truth it did not want to accept. Humanity was not a threat by nature. Humanity was a response. A response to a hostile universe. A response to suffering. A response to extinction. They were not predators. They were guardians. The galaxy had never seen a species like this. At last, the council voted. Not for war. Not for contact. But for respect. Earth was declared a protected world. No fleets were to approach it. No manipulation. No interference. If humans reached the stars, they would do so on their own terms. Commander Threx recorded the decision, then looked once more at the blue planet on his screen. Do they know? An officer asked. No, Threx said. And that may be for the best. Below, humanity continued living its chaotic, fragile, stubborn life. People argued. Nations disagreed. Children dreamed of the future. They had no idea the galaxy had judged them. And chosen to step back. Because some species are not meant to be guided. They are meant to rise. Fire finale time. Nietzsche Part 5, most unique, legendary HFY ending, emotional plus powerful, simple basic English, third-person style. Yeah, ending audience ko yad rahegi. Part 5, humanity's silent warning. The galaxy kept its distance. Fleets changed their routes. Trade lanes curved away from Earth's sector. Even pirate clans marked the blue planet as forbidden space. No banners were raised. No announcements were made. Earth was protected. But humans did not know that. On Earth, life went on as always. Nations argued. Scientists worked. Soldiers trained. Farmers planted fields. Humanity stayed unaware of the silent line drawn around their world. Still, something had changed. Humans felt it. The skies were watched more closely. Space agencies received more funding. Deep space listening stations grew larger and more sensitive. Humanity did not know what was out there, but they knew something was. And they prepared. Commander Threx observed this with calm respect. He had watched many species reach this stage. Most panicked. Some worshipped the unknown. Others lashed out. Humans did none of those. They prepared without noise. Years passed. Then one day, it happened. A human probe crossed farther than any before it. Past the outer planets. Past the dark edge of their system. It carried no weapons. Only sensors, and a message. The galaxy noticed. The probe's signal was simple. Clear. Honest. We are human. We explore. We defend our home. The council listened in silence. No threats. No demands. No fear. Just a statement of fact. Some elders wanted to respond. Others wanted to destroy the probe before it returned. Threx stopped them. Do nothing, he said. They are not testing us. They are introducing themselves. The probe turned back toward Earth. It never knew how close it came to alien space. It never knew how many watched it pass. Back on Earth, humans celebrated the mission as a success. Another small step into the dark. Another question asked of the universe. They did not know the answer had already been given. The galaxy watched Earth for many more cycles. Humans faced more disasters. More wars. More pain. And every time, they endured. They did not become perfect. They became resilient. Alien analysts finally understood the truth. Humans were not strong because they were united. They were strong because they kept going despite being divided. They did not need to rule the stars. They would survive them. At last, the Council sealed Earth's file. The final classification was unlike any before. Not predator. Not prey. Not ally. Not enemy. Survivor species. A note was added beneath it, written by Commander Threx himself. If humanity ever reaches the stars, do not meet them with fear. Do not meet them with weapons. Meet them with honesty. They have already survived worse than us. Far below, on a quiet night, a human child looked up at the sky. The stars seemed peaceful. Silent. Empty. The child smiled. Someday, they whispered, we'll go there. The galaxy heard that whisper. And for the first time in its long history, it felt something new. Not fear. Not dominance. Respect. Because when aliens first discovered Earth, they did not find monsters. They found survivors. And survivors, the galaxy learned too late. Always endure.